to the fourth workshop of the series, Fine-Tune Your Retirement Project. And in this workshop, we are going to talk about finding some first logical steps to move forward with your project or with your idea. In this workshop, I really would like you to have enough time to talk about your own projects and what could be the next steps with your projects. And it doesn't matter if you know exactly what your project is about, or you're still searching, or you have some doubts, or you will have an opportunity to explore it in this workshop. So today we will talk about finding the first logical steps to move forward with your project or idea. And basically the first steps really depend where you are with your project. So where are you with your project? And I thought of 3 scenarios. So first, it's not clear. There are you have a couple of ideas, maybe a couple of projects, but it's not really clear which project to pursue. And probably the first logical steps to move forward is to decide where to invest your time and energy. So really narrow down the ideas into one thing or one project. Second option is that it's relatively clear what you would like to do, but you have some doubts, maybe some questions, maybe you're not taking yet actions on it. So for example, you know you want to do something around teaching or writing, but it's not really clear where, how. You keep asking yourself a lot of questions. So maybe the next logical steps would be how to get it going. And the third option is that you started doing something, but it didn't give you results that you expected, or maybe it was not something that you would enjoy. Maybe that's the moment when the first logical steps would be to decide whether you still continue with that project or idea and try to reshape it into something that would give you more results or would be more enjoyable for you, or you decide that you drop it completely and go back to plenty of ideas and projects and really going back to the beginning. When you have these projects and ideas, consciously or unconsciously, we are all going back to the big question: is it the right thing for me? Is it something that I will really enjoy? Is it something that will be relevant to people? But the thing is, and we all know it, it's just so difficult to cope with it. We all know that we can't predict the future, right? If we are having ideas and if we are thinking what to do, we don't know whether we will like it. We don't know whether it will be successful unless we take some actions that will help us to explore more. So explore whether we will like it, or explore more whether it will be relevant for people. I can see it with myself, I can see it with other people. We sometimes try to figure out everything from the beginning, but only by taking these actions and moving forward step by step, the path is getting clearer and clearer. When I was in the tech startup, I could see on a wall written "fail fast." And when I saw it for the first time, I was thinking, this is so incredible for a human being, because we as a human being, we try to avoid failure. We try to avoid it even at the cost that we don't do certain ththings because we are afraid of failure. Going into the unknown and taking action on your project, it's like having these doors, or well, it's windows, doors, and you don't know really what's behind the door until you open it. And you can open it, you can enter, you can see how it looks, and maybe you will discover there are some other doors. And again, you need to choose which door to take and keep going like that, opening some doors. Sometimes you will discover that there is a dead end behind the door, so you need to go back. But I think it's really something we all need to accept and take into account when we decide to go forward with our idea or with our project, that sometimes we open a door that will lead nowhere. But at the same time, opening all these doors will tell us that this is not the right door. We will learn many things, and the path will become clearer. I would like to share a story of Elsa. Elsa, before retiring, she decided to pursue coaching. She took her coaching training, and then she moved to another country, from Belgium to Portugal. And basically there were different doors that she could open, and she actually opened many doors. First, she was thinking, okay, maybe I need to create a new network in this new country. So she joined Coaching Federation, so that she could explore whether this is something that could help her get some extra business in coaching. And this door didn't, in the end, turned out to be the right door. She was looking how she could develop her own coaching business. And so she opened this door, and it seems like a lot of work. And also because she was in a new country, it was not so easy. She also opened the door of looking for some platforms, coaching platforms that for which she could work. And this door seemed, in the end, this door was really the right door for her. Elsa works with different coaching platforms. She gets her clients through those platforms, and it works really well. The big question is, how can you market your services and your project? So you have different ways. Either you go through organizations that are already existing, they need your services, you have some special skills or experience that these organizations need. Platforms, organizations, consulting companies. So you don't need to build everything on your own. Or you really have an idea, you have a project, you want to build it on your own, or maybe there are not even any organizations that they would really be suitable for the work you want to do. Like, for example, Johan, with his inner child work, he decided to market himself on his own and through his network, through social media, Facebook, LinkedIn. So obviously you can offer your services or your idea, your project. You can directly start contacting companies, people, and present yourself, what you want to do. Or you can do a combination of two things. For example, there is Etsy shop. If you have some art, or if you have some PDFs that could be useful for other people, for example, some planning worksheets or whatever coaching tools, you can place it on Etsy. People can download it, but you need to see how you can promote yourself, that your work is there. Or you can have one activity that you do for an organization, like Peter. He's doing his invoice clerk job for a school, for a language school, but he's got also his coaching activity that he markets himself, and he does it through his network. So I just wanted to share that there are different ways how you can offer your services, your skills, your experience. Now let's go to something practical. So we do have a lot of questions. We start with when we start with our projects. We have some doubts, and I really like one exercise I do with myself and with my clients, and it's using these doubts and these questions to help you figure out how to solve them. We will do an exercise where I will give you 5 minutes to brainstorm your own doubts. So imagine that you have a project. So pick a project, pick an idea you have. It doesn't matter what you have, if it's clear, unclear, if it's already developed. So pick an idea, a project, and say, for example, I would like to find a project I like, but and what's behind that but? Or I have this project, but I don't know if people would find it relevant. I don't know if I could earn money with it. but I'm not good at public speaking, or I'm not good at selling, or I'm not good with technology. So write everything down. I'm going to share some examples that I brainstormed or I heard from people. For example, I don't have any appealing idea right now. There are so many other people doing the same thing. I don't know if this is the right thing for me. I don't know if people will be interested. I tried and no one cared. I don't have any prior experience. So really write down all that is going on in your mind when you think about your project. What is after the but? And then I'll put you in the breakout rooms and I'll tell you what to do with that. I will put you in the breakout rooms now. You can share your doubts or questions and brainstorm how you can go around it. For example, I'm not good at public speaking. How can you get better at public speaking? Or I don't know what to do, what idea to pick. So what could be an action to take? Or I don't know if I'm going to like it. What could you do to figure out whether you will like it? Can you try it somewhere? Okay. The biggest challenge is when we have our own project, we sometimes don't put it in written. So it's for me like put things in written. So make a list of all things you could do. Make a list of things you love doing at work or outside work. Make a list of your strengths or topics people ask you about, because it already tells you where you are the expert. You can also research where you can use the skills and experience you have. Make a list at like platforms or organizations. You can also do a research about a topic that is interesting for you. You can Google things, you can read books, you can interview people. Like I was interested in retirement, and because I love talking to people and I love hearing their stories, I decided to interview people rather than study, because that's what I like. Talk to someone who is already doing it. I think it's always great. They have a lot of useful tips and hints, which maybe you didn't think about. You can also write a one-pager and describe what you want to do, to whom you want to help, and how and why. Really put it in the writing, because it will help you clarify your ideas. You can make a presentation about it. You can talk about your idea with like-minded people, your connections, people that can help you and introduce you to other people. You can also think about your target audience. What kind of people you love interacting with, where they are, where can you reach them. You can do Mom's questionnaire to explore their needs. So if you're interested to hear more what it is, let me know. You can use value proposition canvas to understand the needs and the problems of your target audience and what you are solving for them. You can use business model canvas to explore different business ideas. Or you can join a group, find a partner, hire a coach, a mentor, an expert. I always, when I worked with coaches or mentors, I always made such a huge progress. So whatever helps you, go for it. So that's what I wanted to share with you. Next workshop will be the 1st of November. And we are going to talk about how to use your values to get into the flow, because we can do different things in different ways, but it's always good to do them in a way that we enjoy them. I wish you a very good evening and have a good week. Bye-bye. Bye.